Okay, wonderful. Here we are. Welcome to this verbling class. This is a writing class. So if you'd like to practice if you'd like to practice your writing skills, our topic today is a season. Now, this is a bit of an open-ended topic. You're welcome to write about a season as in the climate sense of season. So you might like to talk about summer or winter. You might live in a tropical country and want to talk about the monsoon or the dry season. Or you may want to take it from a different point of view and talk about a season of your life, or a season in the sense of a specific period of time in which something was taking place. So use it in whatever way you like. We're going to say hello to Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Amy.
Good to see you back, ready for your writing. I always enjoy reading that. So, welcome. And Julian, hello.
Hello, Amy.
Good
Nice to see you again.
Long time no see.
Yes, long time.
So welcome to you. And Natasha, same to you. Good to see you again. Oh, and she's
Yeah. Good to see you again.
Wonderful. All right, guys. So it's a smallish class unless we have some more students arriving in the next couple of minutes. I'm not going to talk too long. I will post links to the Verbling teacher pages and my Facebook page in the chat box, because if you are new to Verbling, you may want to check those out. They're just a useful source of information about the teachers and what goes on here if you've never seen us before. And since it's a writing class, we are going to get straight on with the writing. I'm just uploading the file to Google Drive now. It's just a blank file, so all you need to do is just click on the file and you can write straight into the document. I'll just get the link for you. One moment. Week on, or that you've learnt this week, so that you can improve and get some corrections. We will spend the first half of the lesson just writing, and then we will spend the second half of the lesson correcting and reading through each other's work, so that you can get a bit of feedback on what you have written. So, I'm not sure what's going on here. What I do need is you. Why won't you open? Just bear with me for 1 second, guys. I can share this here. Okay. Alright, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I'm going to have to restart my browser, I think. So, guys, if you would like to just open a Word document or something on your computer, you can get started and then just copy and paste into the doc once I've got this sorted out. And if you remember, please, just to keep your microphones muted, then we can all just work quietly. I'll give you about 20 minutes. So off you go. Today's topic is seasons. I'll just say hello to Rohan. Hello, Rohan.
Hello, teacher.
Welcome. We've just said hello, and we're just working on, I'm trying to get the file for you. It seems to have got stuck. So I will give it to you in just a moment. But the topic today is seasons. It could be weather, a climate sort of season, or it could be a season of your life, or a sort of a section of your life, whatever you like. The file seems to be working, so I'm just going to give the link now. Okay, so check out the chat box for that, and we will get started. I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. Hello, Roberto. Welcome. I'll reshare the link so that you can access that to the document that we're all looking at.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. So if you click on the Google link there, Roberto, you can access the document. And we're writing about the seasons today. A season weather-wise or a season from your life, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so some of us are done. If you're not done, we've got a few minutes just to check through. Then we'll start reading. And Rohan or Rowan, we'll start with you in just a mo. Okay, Rowan, could you start us off, please, and read out what you've written?
Yes. My favorite season is summer because I love sunshine, and summertime makes me more happy than, say, winter or autumn. During summer, I take off from work and go visit a foreign country. Last summer, I was in Barcelona and I had a great time being there. During the day, we went swimming and getting tanned, and in the evenings, we went to restaurants and stayed up late. Summer brings great memories from childhood, where we used to play around with friends till late in the evenings. I've noticed that in general people seem to be more happy during the summer. I love looking at the clear blue sky or walking on the beach. I live in the Netherlands. The summer here is rather short, so whenever we do get sunny weather, I try to enjoy it to the fullest. I don't like rain or dark clouds. It can be rather depressing. But I do like white clouds along with the blue sky and the sun itself. During the day, we get energy from the sun, so it's very important to be outside, otherwise, we might lack vitamin D. The people who live in warm countries don't have this problem, but here where I live, many people have to take vitamin D pills simply because there's not enough sun. Who knows, someday I will move to a country where the sun shines more often.
Let's hope so, Rowan, if you like the sun.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Lovely writing. Well done. A great start. So let's read it through and make a few changes. So, my favorite season is summer because I love sunshine, and summertime makes me more happy than, say, winter or autumn. Now that's perfect. The only thing is that you've used the US spelling for favorite and you've used the UK word for this season. So, better to stick with one or the other. Which one would you like to go for?
American English?
All right, so we need to call it fall, okay?
Oh, fall. Oh, yeah.
All right, perfect. During summer, I take off from work. Usually, we can take off. We can take off, which means to get out of the city or just leave somewhere. But we wouldn't usually say we take off from somewhere. If you want to say that, it's better maybe to say to take time off from work. Okay, time off, and you don't really even need the from. I take time off work and go visit a foreign country. Last summer, I was in Barcelona, and I had a great time. We wouldn't really need being. I had a great time there. During the day, we went swimming, and what you've got is you've got went. That's the past simple, and then because swimming here is connected to that, we don't want the ing form here because this is another verb. So we need the past simple again, which would be got, really. We went swimming and got tanned. And in the evenings, we went to restaurants and stayed up late. Great. Summertime brings great memories from my childhood. Brings back, I would say, is just a bit clearer. Brings back great memories from my childhood, where we used to play around with friends till late in the evenings. Yeah, absolutely. I have those kind of memories as well, Rowan. um, I've noticed that in general, people seem to be more happy during the summer. Yeah, I think they are. I love looking at the clear blue sky or walking on the beach. Me too. I live in the Netherlands. Um, a comma's not appropriate here because you've got two complete different sentences. So what we really need is either an and or a new sentence. Okay?
Yeah.
But I would say and because they're connected with the topic. So I live in the Netherlands and the summer here is rather short. So whenever we do get sunny weather, I try to enjoy it to the fullest. Perfect. Beautiful writing. I don't like rain or dark clouds. It can be rather depressing. This is the same thing. I'd say just like this in that case.
Yeah.
But I do like white clouds along with the blue sky and the sun itself. Me too. During the day, we get energy from the sun, so it's very important to be outside, otherwise we might lack vitamin D. The people who live in warm countries don't have this problem, but here where I live, many people have to take vitamin D pills simply because there is not enough sun. Same as me in England, Rowan. Who knows? Should definitely be followed by a question mark. And then it should just be its own sentence, and you can follow it with what you're imagining. Who knows? Someday I would say is better. Yeah? Because you're really thinking who knows, not you're definitely going to do it. Someday I might move to a country where the sun shines more often. Ah, Rowan, that was just such lovely English. Thank you for starting us off there. Obviously you had a couple of little mistakes, but overall it was just lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Any questions about what we've corrected?
No.
All right, everything clear? Brilliant. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Rowan. So Rowan has started off with a really lovely piece about summer. Who would like to go next?
I can.
Okay, Anna. And she's written a poem. Okay. I must say I'm rather a fan of Anna's poems. I usually find them quite entertaining.
No, teacher, it's very silly.
All right, silly is not a problem. As long as you've written it in English, that's fine. Okay, off we go.
My gosh, I'm ashamed. Okay, my favorite season. I will write a little poetry about my favorite season. It has changed, honestly. I will soon tell you the reason. My gosh, I used to love the sun and love the summer. I want to have a lot of fun, but now it's not there.
It's a colloquial poem. That's okay. Keep going.
It's because of global warming. I no longer feel as I felt. Now the weather being transforming. So I felt that I wouldn't have. Sorry, Amy.
That's okay. You've got the giggles.
Oh, this poem is so silly. What a bad creation. Amy will read it and think, really? When is on this inspiration? I forgot to put it after reading. And she told me right now that she enjoys my writing. Sorry for letting you down, but my nerves are fine. I like the spring, the flowers, and so on. And forgive that thing, my inspiration gone. I've never seen snow in my entire life. I wish I could go, but there would be a strife. Because I hate when it is cold. I cannot cope with it. I like the color gold. I know the season. I'd fit. I forgot I'd. I'm going to choose autumn because of the fruity trees. Everything starts from the bottom, like life has to be. Autumn is makeover. Falling leaves and budding fruit. My poem now is over and I am a graduate.
All right, Anna, thank you. I told you it was going to be entertaining. All right, Very good. And actually, it's very tricky writing poems in other languages, especially when you're trying to make them rhyme. So I applaud you. Well done. Okay, first thing is you need to have a capital for all of the words in the title. And if you're going to say autumn, this is the same comment as I used for Rowan. You need to try and stick with one or the other. So use a U here, then you've got British English. Or you can get rid of that and call it fall. But I think because you've got a 2-syllable word and some rhymes, so you better stick with autumn, right? Okay. So I will write a little poetry about my favourite season. So far, so good. It has changed, honestly. I will soon tell you the reason. Great. Perfect first verse. I used to love the sun and love the summer. I would have had a lot of fun. I would have a lot of fun, but now it is a bummer. I think you did mean to put in there. I think you need another word in here, Anna, like also or something, because it doesn't quite fit with the rhythm. I used to love the sun and also love the summer. Or because you can't have anything at the end, because otherwise it's not going to run with bummer. Or you could say really or something like that. Just something, one more word in here just to give the rhythm. I would have a lot of fun, but now it is a bummer. It is because of global warming. I no longer feel as I felt. Now the weather's been transforming, so I feel that I would melt. Okay. We need to use capitals usually, unless run line. So, because we've got different lines here, it should be capitals. So, it is because of global warming I no longer feel as I felt. Now the weather's been transforming, so I feel that I would melt. Great. Oh, this poem is so silly. I think we should put this in brackets because it's like a little side comment to the poem. So, oh, this poem is so silly. What a bad creation! Exclamation mark. Amy will read it and think, really? Where is Anna's inspiration? Okay. And she told me right now. Just now, Anna. Right now means right now as in I'm speaking to you right now. Just now means like a tiny amount of time ago, a few moments ago. So it should be right now. I mean just now. Ugh. And she told me just now that she enjoys my writing. Sorry for letting you down, but my neurons are fighting. Where did you come up with that one? I like the spring, the flowers, and so on. Oh, comma, and forgive that thing, my inspiration. I think we need has. Has gone. I've never seen snow in my entire life. Haven't you?
No,
You've
I
never seen
haven't.
snow, Anna?
No,
You've never been anywhere cold enough so far.
I've been to the south of Brazil. It's
Yeah?
very cold there, and I see some lakes with ice, but I've never seen snow. Never.
Oh wow, you'll have to see it someday. So you've never seen snow in your entire life. I wish I could go, but it would. We can't say be a strife. Cause me strife, maybe. It would cause me strife. Because I hate when it is cold. I cannot cope with it. I like the colour gold. I know the season I'd fit. I'm going to choose autumn. We don't need a capital. Although, since it's a poem, you are welcome to do strange things with your grammar and your punctuation and so forth, but I'd say leave it out. I'm going to choose autumn because of the fruit. Because of the fruit trees or the fruits, trees, and something else.
I mean, the trees are full of fruits, but I had to find a rhyme.
Ah, okay. Because of the fruit on the trees? Maybe?
Okay. But then,
Everything
um,
too
I will
long?
have to strengthen the last sentence.
This one?
Yes, I will have to make it longer.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, because of the fruit. You could just say the fruit trees if you like. That makes sense, but not the fruits trees. You could leave it
Okay.
as fruit trees. Everything restarts from the bottom, like life has to be. Cool. Autumn is a makeover. Falling leaves and budding fruit. My poem is now over. And I'm a crazy nut. I love the last line, Anna. Awesome. All right, very good. I'm impressed. It was a very entertaining poem. So thank you for sharing with us. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you for making me laugh on a Friday. Okay, who would like to go next? Julian or Roberto?
Maybe you can try?
Okay, Julian it is. Let's see what you've written.
Okay, like the earth, the human beings have season in your life. The better part of this, those times are cyclic. If you don't believe me, we could review some time of life and convince you about it. Starting in my childhood, I remember my first summer season life. It was between 2 and 50 years. At this time, you are the center attention of your parents. You could make and say anything without your feeling fear, or you do not feel afraid. Respect your parents' reaction. It's beautiful and awesome. If you think for a while, at this decision you are the king or queen, but I am man, whatever. The point it is that your desires are becoming orders and then in actions. Your question is, what are you talking about? It's not true. You are kidding me. Okay, maybe you have a little bit of reason, but I go more slow and will take a few minutes to make up a consistent, continent and impressive argument. So you have heard about idioms. Your desires are orders. This applies when somebody tries to impress you, or you are personality that this person is trying to involve. The same way, the idiom was used for queens and kings around the world. Around the world, you know how it works. And I couldn't
Brilliant.
finish.
Thank you, Julian. That was really interesting because it's something completely different. So you chose to write about like a season of life, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So let's have a look at it. Like the Earth, we don't need the for human beings. Human beings, because we're using the plural, we don't need the. So human beings have seasons in our lives. You need to make this plural too because you're talking about plural here.
Okay.
And then a full stop because you're going to talk about something else. So the better part of this is that those times are cyclical. Cyclical. If you don't believe me, we could review some times of my life and I'll convince you about it. Because you've got I will, so you don't need a past, future. I will convince. Okay, great. Starting at my childhood, I remember my first summer season of life. Full stop. It was between 2 and 5 years. At this time, you are the center of attention of your parents. You can make and say anything without feeling fear. Without feeling fear. Or you do not feel afraid. I think and really. And you do not feel afraid in respect to your parents' reaction. Nice to use in respect. Don't forget we need to. In respect to your parents' reaction. Parents' reactions or parents' reaction? Which one? Is it both parents or just one parent?
No, both parents.
So we need parents, plural, and then apostrophe
Yeah.
to show the belonging, and then reactions. It is a beautiful and awesome. Oh, it is beautiful and awesome. We don't need a because we haven't got a noun. We're just describing it. Then we can have a full stop. If you think for a while. Sometimes nice to put think about it for a while. Just sounds a bit more natural. In this season, I think is better. In this season, or during this season, you are the king or queen. But I am a man. You're not men, Julian, because you're only one person, right?
Yes.
I am a man. Whatever. The point is that your desires are becoming orders and then actions. I love it. Your question is, what are you talking about? Cool. This is quite chatty. I love the style that you've used. So put a bit more punctuation in. Some dots. It is not true. You are kidding me. Probably because we've got this chatty style, we should use it's not true. And then another paragraph. Okay, maybe you have a little bit of reason. Maybe you have a point. Maybe you have a point, is what we would say, Julian. It means if someone contradicts you and you think, oh, actually, yeah, that is sort of true, then you can say, maybe you have a point, or maybe you do have a point. But I'll go more slowly, and I'll take a few minutes to make up, because you've already got this verb here. So you just need to keep this one in the infinitive to make up a consistent, what is this word, Julian? Contundent? I don't think this is a word. What do you mean by this?
It's totally true. It's maybe you don't have any arguments to go down the idea.
So totally true is what you want to say, yeah?
Yeah.
What could we say for that? There's a great word, it's on the tip of my tongue. What am I trying to think of it? I'll come back to that one in a minute.
Okay.
Put that one in bold for a sec. An impressive argument. So you had heard about idioms. I think maybe have heard, because we're not really referring to anything too far back in the past. So, you've heard about idioms. Your desires are orders. This applies when somebody tries, because what you're saying is like a hypothetical situation. If this happens, then this happens. So it's sort of like you need to use the present tense in this case. Unless you're telling me about a specific event, then you can use the past tense. So this applies when somebody tries to impress you, or you are personality that this person is trying to involve. What do you mean by this part, Julian?
Yes, that sometimes other people, this person try to call your attention. I don't say that. To
call your attention?
Yes.
To what? What would they? What would they be calling your attention to?
For something, maybe for I don't know, because you are important, because you are a personality, because you are something.
Or maybe by personality. Let me see. So you've heard about idioms. Your desires are orders. This applies. I think we need a full stop here as well. Missed that. This applies when somebody tries to impress you, or you are. Yeah, I think character is probably a better one. And if we put here, then it makes sense. Character that this person is trying to involve. The same way the idiom is in the same way that the idiom was used for queens and kings. We usually say kings and queens, Julian, but that's okay. queens and kings is cool. Around the world, you know how it works. Okay, I really love your little chatty kind of style. I feel like I'm involved in your writing. We need to think of another word to go in here, and contundent. So I'm thinking something that cannot be argued with. Maybe indisputable is probably the best one. Means that you can't fault it.
Okay.
An indisputable argument is one that nobody can say, no, you're wrong, because it's totally true. Does that sound
Yeah.
right? Awesome. Okay, do you understand the corrections I've made?
Yes. Yes, I understand.
Wonderful.
Oh.
All right, that's great. So well done. Anna?
I have a question.
Sure.
Teacher, the better part of Jesus, I, I, I think it should be the best part.
Here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it depends whether Julian wants to say like a superlative or just a comparative. So this is correct as well. You can say the better part. Sometimes.
I don't get the comparison.
Okay. If you say the better part of something, it can mean the majority, the largest part. So I've eaten the better part of the pizza. Means that you've eaten most of the pizza. It also has a sort of connected meaning that the part that something is better, literally. You compare it with something else and there's a better aspect. Maybe not the best. Maybe he doesn't want to tell us the best. It could be best if he feels this is the best part, but it's just the same as the difference between one thing being better than something else or the best. Does that make sense or not?
Actually, I thought it was wrong.
Okay. No, you can say the better part of something. Absolutely. It's correct. It just means something slightly different. Maybe Julian wasn't aware of that, so there's something for you to remember for future, Julian. So your corrections are mostly just with tiny little things like filling in an of or an at, and just being maybe double checking your verb tenses to make sure everything's compatible when you finish, because it's sometimes when you're writing you get carried away thinking what you want to say. It's a good idea to just try and leave 5 or so minutes before the end. So well done. Awesome. Thanks, guys. That was a very interesting very wide-ranging array of pieces of writing today. So Anna's favourite season is autumn. Julian, do you have distinct seasons in Colombia, or do you just have like hot and not so hot?
Yes, only have a hat and wear and wait. Sorry. Rainy times on.
Rainy. You have a rainy season. When's the rainy season?
Now.
Now, which is why you're inside on Verbling, right?
Yes. Between September and December is the rainy seasons, and the middle of the year, April to June.
Okay, so you have 2 rainy seasons.
Yes, you have to and to.
Rainy season, huh?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, when you say rainy seasons, can you describe what it's like? I've never lived in a tropical country before. So does it rain all day, every day, or does it just have showers, or what's it like?
Yes, in the middle of the rainy seasons, the rain a lot of day, but the rainy it's not harder. It's a soft rain all day, and it's very cold, and you have a wind, a lot of wind
Yeah.
in some cases, and clouds, a lot
Yeah.
of clouds. Yes, it's a depressing time because it's the suns don't appear for a long time, maybe for 3 days.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I would
Sorry,
love to
teacher.
come to Colombia one day.
Teacher,
Roberto,
sorry.
I've just realised we haven't done yours, have we?
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I somehow got confused because there were 3 students and I've realised Rowan disappeared and you were still there. So I'm very sorry, Roberto. Could you please read yours? And thank you for
Sorry,
reminding
teacher.
me.
Can you send me the link again? Sorry, teacher. The link again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Teacher.
Just
Okay.
a second.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to read. Okay.
Okay.
I try to speak about season, although I'm thinking I don't have a favorite one. Okay.
No problem.
Yes. The thing I most hate is the rain on Sundays because I can go out with my family. Normally on Saturdays, if it rains, I can go to a supermarket instead. But as I said before, the main problem are Sundays because that day all shops are closed. And I suppose I could go to the cinema, but I have a daughter who is too young to remain in a seat more than 10 minutes. I think it's a psychological issue. I hate Sundays, but if it's rain, I hate them more. So I suppose I prefer spring and summer because it's less probably the weather is stormy. I forgot to mention that there are more day hours in spring and summer. So definitely I prefer these 2 seasons.
Roberto, are you from Spain?
Yes. Yes.
The reason why I guessed that, apart from the fact that your name is Roberto, is a little clue. But when I was in Spain, I found it so frustrating that all the shops were closed on Sundays.
Yes. Yes.
I totally agree with you because I wasn't used to it. But I thought, oh, so you're a Spaniard and you find it annoying as well. All right, so well done. Lovely writing. Let's see if we can make a couple of corrections. I'll try to speak about seasons, although I'm thinking I don't have a favourite one. The thing I most hate is the rain on Sundays. We have capitals for all of our days of the week because I can't go out with my family. Great, only one L in family. Normally, on Saturdays, if it rains or if it's raining, not if it's rains, okay?
Okay.
So if it rains, I can go to a supermarket instead. But as I said before, the main problem is what needs the verb to be matching here. So we need is because it's the one singular problem. Sundays because on that day, all the shops are closed. And I suppose I could go to the cinema, comma. But I have a daughter who is too young to remain in the seat more than 10 minutes. That's great. How old's your daughter, Roberto?
2 years. 2.
Oh, yeah, so she's very little.
Yes.
I think it's a psychological... Okay, almost right, but the English version of this is with a Y and an H. It's a psychological issue. Full stop. I hate Sundays. But when it rains, when it rains, I hate them more. You could even put even here. Okay. I hate them even more, just to emphasize it. So I suppose I prefer spring and summer because it's less, probably the weather is stormy. It's less rain. It rains less. Or it's less stormy.
Rainy, I think. Rainy.
Okay, so I prefer spring and summer because it's less rainy. I can say that. And or something here. But probably we need to move that. The weather is probably stormy, or maybe even more likely.
Teacher,
to be. Yes.
I guess he meant the opposite.
You meant the opposite.
Unlikely
Roberto's?
stormy.
It is unlikely to be stormy. In the summer, it's unlikely to be stormy. Is that right, Roberto?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So unlikely or less likely probably is better. All right, so that was a little confusing. So I prefer spring and summer because it's less rainy and the weather is less likely to be stormy. Thank you, Anna. I forgot to mention that there are more day hours, daylight hours, we'd say here, Roberto,
Okay.
in spring and summer. So I definitely prefer these two seasons. Awesome! Very, very nice. Some really lovely sentences with hardly any corrections. Even in the first part, it was perfect. Just a couple of little spelling issues. Do you understand all of the corrections?
Mhm.
Is everything clear, Roberto?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Which part of Spain are you from?
Okay, I live in Madrid, but I usually go to the north of Spain, and in the north it's raining all day.
Mm-hmm.
All
I've
day
heard
it's
that.
raining.
I've heard it's a bit similar to England.
Yes, the weather is similar to England, the north. Okay, people from England thinks that Spain is always sun, and
Yeah.
yes, but no, it's the north of Spain is very similar to Ireland or United Kingdom. Very similar. The
Yeah.
weather, very similar.
Absolutely. So you enjoy sunshine just as much as we do when it comes. All right. Thank you, Roberto. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry for missing you out, Roberto. How terrible of me.
No, sorry, matter.
I hope you have a lovely have a lovely weekend. Might see you guys again next week. See you
Okay.
later.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
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 Bye.